purest in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTT3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to inside. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Due to the mood, coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Due to the mood, coffee for every dude.
Whoa! Welcome to the show where we got everything, where we got the bling, we got the turtle thing. Let's go on to the show with Hillbilly and Hellwheeler. We got this going on. What's up?
Breathe, breathe. Take a breath.
Take a breath.
You got it all out in one.
Right. It's a good old-fashioned morning. It is December 19th. Just a few days till Christmas. Whoa.
It is.
I'm excited. Like, we're going to have a good dinner. We're going to have presents to open up. We're going to have family time. Well, all on Christmas Eve because the wife works Christmas Day. But hey, you know, I know, we all know. This is a good season. 'Tis a season for you to be happy. Well, hopefully you're happy. I know it's a rough season for people to be happy. That's why we had to start a show episode not so long ago about, you know, people going through emotions and depression and stuff. It's a rough season for some people. And we know for some other people it's even rough right now. So we send our thoughts and prayers and we support them however we can during this rough time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Mrs. Hillbilly. Mrs. Hillbilly, what's up? Good morning, Mrs. Hillbilly. We got Brandon. Brandon, more than meets the eye. We got Madam Monk. Madam Monk, hello. Welcome to the Super Fast Tour Show. Oh, and what's this? Tabalt says, where's the invite? Oops.
See,
I got him.
see the timing that came in, I can't quite tell whether he was saying, where's my invite to today's stream versus, where's my invite to your Christmas? I want to come round for this food.
Both. Absolutely both. It's very presumptuous of me to assume that I should have gotten an invite, but I'm just kidding.
No,
You have to say hello for an invite.
Yes.
Say hello.
It's been kind of a rough week on my end, so trying to use my brain for memory stuff.
Oh, careful that, careful. We don't want to overtax it too much.
Right. But from the looks of it, I did send you an invite.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, how did you show up?
Hillbilly.
Yo.
All right, Hillbilly.
You
Thank
gave away a secret.
All right.
The power
cool.
of the co-host.
Yes, it's the power
Oh,
of the
I'm
law.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so bad. It's so sad.
No, don't feel bad at all. I'm yeah. It's my fault for not being more regular.
I'm glad you're here. Woo woo.
I'm glad to be here too.
Well,
mean-
Tortoise knows I got his back here.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Everybody should have a hillbilly having their back like that.
Yep.
Is it not Hillbilly's got his shell?
There you
Back.
go.
It's his shell.
You scratch my shell, I'll scratch yours.
Yep.
That's right. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Hillbilly, for doing that.
Yeah,
Because,
you
like
know.
I said, it's been a wearing week on me. Like, so for those who don't know, found out the rough way that these weren't my dishwasher safe.
Oh,
So So I've been in communications with the company about that. And that's what my brain's been twisted up on. Plus, another thing my brain's been twisted up on is Hillbilly's gift can't be done, right? So I've been in communications with that because their machine broke. So I've been trying to deal with that.
Oh man.
So, and a lot of that's like big money, big money issues come big money problems. And like, oh my Lord. Look, I even forgot to wear my hat today. Oh no.
Don't hide it, show it off.
Well, I do need to shave the hair bald again, like shave the hair off. I don't like hair on my head. Like honestly, ever since I was young, well, when I was young, I had hair, but as soon as I started thinning out, I just started shaving off. I'm like, what's the point of doing that? I don't have to worry about combing it if it's not there.
That's right. Best part about that was my uncle told me that when I was growing up. He's like, you ever start going bald, just shave your head. That way people have nothing to compare it to.
That's right.
Otherwise, they'll tell you about it. They'll tell you about it. It's like, oh, you look a little thin there. Just take it all off, and then you don't have to worry about it.
That's right. But Hillbilly will not know anything about that until he hits 1,000 subscribers.
When he hits that 1,000.
Well, at least you're day back in your old younger days, because when y'all get both hit to 1,000, y'all have to wear wigs.
Right. You better give me a wig that like resembles Weird Al Yankovic.
I was going to try to get you a wig to kind of like Marilyn Monroe.
It'd be cool if you could find like Joker hair because it's green. That'd be awesome.
There you go.
Yeah. I would not.
My wife specifically requested that Hillbilly or somebody find me a red-headed wig. I'm thinking more like Bozo if I do that. She said red hair is beautiful, so yeah.
Man amongst that, I thought Tybalt was being banned for a minute. Yeah. So we are gathered here today for the special occasion that we are awesome and we want to entertain you today. We got big things planned. Not really big things planned right now. I'm still breathing and relaxing. You guys out there in the world are awesome. You guys are amazing. I want to thank you guys for showing up and thank you for hitting that like button right there. Right down there. There's that like button. For those of you who are new to the channel and like to hang out with people like us during the morning, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, join the creep. The creep. Yes, because a creep is a group of tortoises out in the wild, and you can become a tortoise today. If you want to support the channel even further, you can become a member of the channel. You get a doohickey next to your name. That's right.
A doohickey. Everyone wants a doohickey.
Right? A doohickey, a dinglehopper, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'd rather have a doohickey than a hickey.
That's right. That's right.
They can also add to the show by going to the Discord, right?
Oh yeah, you can go to the Discord, be part of the show. You can like suggest pictures of the day when we get to the segment picture of the day. You can make a question of the day, which I saw the Balt's question of the day today. I was excited. Like whoa. Hell yeah. And and he's referring, and his question of the day was funny because it's like it was referring to when do you scoop to me? And when do you decide to scoop to me?
I don't think I said when do you scoop to me.
Mine's I already got an answer for that. When I see you.
Right? That's funny.
We'll have to clarify that when we get to the question.
Right. So, anyways, how you guys doing today? You guys having a good day?
Yeah, fairly good.
Yeah, not too bad. We're finally getting, like you said, being overwhelmed and taxed by a lot of things. I definitely understand that, but we're finally moving forward on some of these things. So a little bit of that's falling away. So that makes it a good day for us. So happy to be here as always. So that's also makes it a good day.
So that means
happy to have some coffee.
That means Arizona is coming sooner.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Woo-woo. Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get too much into that conversation, but I noticed it deals with warm weather.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You know,
we'll
even in the
have
winter,
a studio, but I'm gonna have to like figure out how not to have the monitor melt or anything else.
right? What is it? Who is it? Who is it? I have a joke in mind. I have to do some research to make that joke.
Oh Lord, he's gonna hurt his brain some more.
As my wife pointed out, we're not planning on staying that long. We'll see how it happens. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. We're not staying there. Yeah, we didn't say we're not going to stay long. We said we're not going to stay there, though. That's not our final destination, which that sounds awful, too.
Right.
What I mean is, at some point, I'd love to get back to the other side of the country, back towards North Carolina or somewhere else. But maybe we need to come visit some of these other creators and see what their states are like.
Right,
Man,
right.
if you go to North Carolina, you can stop, swing on up there north a little bit and see tortoise, and then swing down south a little bit to Kentucky to visit me.
Definitely.
So I got the joke, right? In the winter, you're going to be like Richard Simmons, and you're going to be sweating in the 80s.
80. I'm going to be hoping for 80s at this point. Probably, I think it was. It might have been 115. We made sure to visit there this past year during the worst of the hottest of the seasons, just to get an idea what it was like. And I think it was probably somewhere between 111 and 115 at some point there. So, not looking forward to too many days like that.
Me and my wife have a friend that lives in Arizona. They like taking pictures of scorpions in the summer or whatever time of year it is. I'm like, who wants to live in a state where they have those? Spiders are not. And there's some states with big spiders. I'm like, we're not moving to that state. They can stay there.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Really? Yeah. Like what is it? The scorpions are the cockroaches of Arizona.
Indeed.
No, like these ones sting. They sting.
Yeah, and they poisonous too. Those
The
scorpions.
smaller they are, the worse they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the baby scorpions can't control their poison sac, so that's why they're deadlier.
Yeesh.
The older ones can, and that's why they do enough just to warn you. That's why they need to make raid for scorpions.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's get on to this show. Let's get into the segment of the bumper.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Whoa, look, we're back. We're having a heart attack of awesomeness. Okay, that was a bad joke. All right, so look at us. We're chill. We're relaxed. We're getting to the regular show things. We're getting to the next segment, which I forgot what the next segment is. Hillbilly, can you remind me what the next segment is?
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
Boo. Now, we've seen this card before as card of the day before, and I'm pushing it again. The Primeval Titan needs to be unbanned in Commander.
Yep.
It's banned in Commander? I should check the list a little more often.
Yeah, it's banned in Commander. You're like, I just bought 15 copies of these. I even searched for the original printing when the first Cycle of Titans came out, M11.
Why is this banned, I wonder?
I just
because
read
there's
the
a lot
card.
of linking shenanigans, and it searches for 2 lands of any type. Like, it can be basic, non-basic, whatever. And, like, there's a lot of ways to break it. Like, can you imagine getting 2 lands every time it attacks with Scoot Swarm on the battlefield?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is also be great for my landfall deck, my Manifest Dread deck. Perfect for that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even
But I
cards
think
like
we're-
oh,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
I was gonna say cards like Blinking, Strip Mine, and Bajuka Bog.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah.
And I think cards like this, the power level and commander is creeped up enough where this is a fair card more than a broken card anymore.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's my thought. But hey, you know, don't take my word for it. You should play it yourself and try it out in a deck. Yeah.
I would love to have this card.
Right. But like I said, it's banned in Commander. It's banned in Commander. No, it's banned. It's the only Titan from the cycle banned in Commander. I mean, you have Grave Titan, which makes 2/2 tokens when it enters or attacks. You have Frost Titan that taps down a creature when it enters or attacks. You got the Sun Titan, which returns a permanent card with 3 converted mana cast 3 less when it attacks. You have Frono Titan that deals 3 damage to any target when it enters the battlefield or attacks. You know, this is the most broken one out of the mix, but I don't think it's as broken as it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's a 6/6. I mean, you got creatures out there bigger than 6/6s.
Right. When
Yeah.
it first was printed, it was
The
a
word-
it was 6/6 was a 6/6 for 6 with trample. That was pretty tough with upside.
Yeah.
Now that upside is just like kind of minute.
Yep. It's kind of meh.
Yeah.
Because, you have way bigger, better cards than this. They can do actually more than this. I mean, yeah, this would have enabled some decks to be better. For example, I'll say it again, just like my Manifest Dread deck. With this, I could put 1 land down, Manifest Dread, attack with this, get 2 lands, flip my Manifested Dread creature over.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So good.
Manamug's like, what card does stop this card? Counterspell, Path to Exile, Swords of Plowshare. They should be banned. That's right.
Exactly.
So, right.
Well, there you go. There's my answer right there. Generally speaking, I've been watching, not necessarily Grave Titan, but I've been watching a lot of people play lately at the LGS and so on. And it seems that fewer people are playing interaction, or they get upset if you play interaction. A lot of people don't put, just my opinion or what I've observed, people don't put stuff in their deck to interact with other people. They're only worried about getting their combo off. And so when you do interact with them, they get upset. Or like, oh, what are you doing? It's like, well, I'm going to stop you from that. So I think if more people put interaction in their deck, that would be a more, well, I don't want to say a more fair card, but I think initially if it was unbanned, that people would just go nuts with it, and people would certainly find a way to start putting interaction in there. Like Mana Monk mentioned, there's plenty of ways to deal with it as a creature, but if you're not prepared for it, it could catch you unaware.
There's plenty of interaction in the format. People just don't play it all the time. Like when I first started playing Commander here at home, I had to dumb down my decks and play less interaction. Now I'm like, oh, how do I put in more interaction? Because I'm playing people on spell table now. Like interaction just doesn't mean what I get to do on my board. It means how do I control your board? Or how do I piss off to ball,
You wouldn't want to do that. You want to let me play all of my combos.
Right. And if you feel like you can find all the perfect interaction, just run board wipes.
That's right. That's a perfect interaction.
Billy pointing at me. Right.
How irritating is that? Perfectly irritating. That's what the comment from the Peanut Gallery was. Perfectly irritating.
Right. Now let's get to some of the pictures of the day. First picture of the day is okay. Why is there no coffee in my cup? Okay.
I'll still bought drunk it all.
Yep.
It's true. He's a coffee fiend, coffee fanatic. All right, now, next picture. You may call it coffee. To me, it's anti-murdery juicy juice.
Almost definitely.
Right? Helps calm the nerves so you don't get those enraging feelings. You're like, Goose Fraba, drink, drink, drink. Coffee, Goose Fraba. That's right. And Goose Fraba came from Anger Management, if you remember that movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember the movie. I can't remember the phrase from it.
Oh, it's
But it's not
Goose,
one I've watched multiple times.
Goose,
So.
Goose Fraba was like a keyword they used to help cool down. When they get heated up, they'd have to say Goose Fraba. Goose
Is it just
Fraba.
because it just sounds so silly?
It is silly. That's the point of it. All right.
You just can't stay angry while you're saying this silly word. So you just have to calm down.
Right. That's kind of how it was intended.
Yep.
All right. The next picture of the day. Boom. When you have coffee at home, you're just a disgruntled mess. When you have like drive up to your fullest and finest. I can see a Billy dressing up very fancy for a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
You know that, right?
Uh-huh. All right. Then the last picture of the day. This is coffee for when brain have no wake up. Good for think to do. This reminds me of the McNugget characters from McDonald's commercials back in the day with the googly eyes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are the pictures of the day. They're pictures of the day you want to see here. It doesn't have to be a picture of a meme. It could be a picture of like a magnet on the fridge. It could be something funny. It could be something you want to share and be part of the show. You get a shout out for being part of the show. Like Tabal gets a shout out for today's episode's question of the day, which we're getting to that segment right now.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
The question of the day is going to take a little extra minute because I forgot to upload it to the video. But Tabal has asked a question today. It's very peculiar. Like when you listen to the words, just know he's thinking me, myself, I, right? Like he always puts himself in the winning position here.
Hey guys, how's it going? So today's question is, at what point do you quit a game of Magic? I don't mean quitting at sorcery speed. I mean, what time or what part of the game do you quit and say, I'm done with the game, let's move on and have another one? Do you make your opponents fight it out? Do you make them show you all your combos? Or do you just say, yeah, there's no chance I'm going to win, I quit? No salt, but I just quit.
So the backstory to that is he likes to win every time he's on the show, and he's like, when are you guys going to scoop? He's like, you scooping now?
Only when I'm playing my wife's decks. That's the only time I would ever do that.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Last time you played your wife's deck. Time for that, you played your wife's deck. Time for that, you played your wife's deck. When you play yours.
Bob, do you even have your own deck?
Yeah, I was starting to wonder here. Do you have a deck, or has your wife made you a deck? So technically, it's your wife's deck.
Well, it's a very fine line. I do have about 30 decks of my own, and now I probably am closing in on 40. But that's because my wife's made a bunch of them. But the backstory with that question is it definitely does involve me, but I've been on both sides of it the last 2 weeks at the LGS.
Right.
So I played a game, 2 other opponents. I was playing a mono green deck. I got to the point where they had board states that I couldn't do anything about at all.
Right.
So normally I would sweat it out. I would play the game, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and scoop. And they're like, oh, are you mad? I'm like, no, I'm not mad. I just know my deck well enough that I don't have anything that can compete with you guys. So it's like, I don't want to take up your time, making you have to deal with me. I would rather like let you guys duke it out, and then we can get another game in. And then this past week, just yesterday actually, I was in a position where somebody felt that they were going to win, and like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and scoop because I've got this. And the other players like, well, yeah, well, either he scoops or I scoop, because like I can't deal with what he's doing. So myself and another player at the table were like, "You sure you have the game? Are you sure?" Well, I could destroy everything on your board. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really matter to me. I've got cards in my hand. Well, I could destroy all your artifacts and you won't get a chance to play this. And I'm like, well, I don't need those things to win. I've got other win conditions. So the other gentleman and I were like, we're willing to fight it out, but so I mean, it gets awkward. So I would like to, anyhow, I'd like other people's opinions on that. Do you scoop? Do you give the person a hard time for being salty? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
All right, first of all, I want to shout out to Andrew Scott. What's up? If you don't remember Andrew Scott, that would be Stasis Orb.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up? Long time, no smell, no see.
Yep.
All right. So, here's how it usually works. Like, when I play a game and people are ready to scoop to me, there's usually a conversation at the table talking about the board state, where they talk about the control that's been stated. Like, he always has answers. Usually, when they scoop to me, they see that I have a control board where I can counter about everything, or I can stop something. My board wife's been constant, sick, and ill, and they're like, well, there's and usually like in the deck I'm talking about, they've been Cyclonic Rift. So they'll be like, I scoop. So what I'm saying is there's usually a group conversation at the table, talking about the state, how much torture they want to go through, and how much they go through. Because like the one deck I have that people usually skip to has infinite turns in it. And infinite turns means nothing. It's about building my board state to a winning condition and controlling everybody else's board state. So I locked the game into a default state, non-fun deck format where I was like, here's my combo, here's how it's going to work, and here's how I'm going to control the board so I know I win. And I used to Balt there because he has these nasty combos.
Yeah. All right, my opinion about this is, all right, if you think you have the win, I don't think you should scoop. I mean, if you scoop, you lose. But you're not supposed to scoop unless it's definitely that you're going to lose. And just like Tortoise said, there's conversation at the table. It should be conversation. We're like, for example, I'm using Tortoise for example this time on this. He's got one deck that makes you tap 36 lands just to attack with one creature. When that happens, game over. I'll scoop to that because you ain't gonna have 36 lands. It's pretty much every land in your commander deck, and you you had to tap all that just to attack with one creature. Then you're tapped out. Therefore, I don't have any interaction with that. So by that's time. A win is inevitable. Inevitable. Well, I can't say the word, but he can. Tortoise has the game if he has that out. And that's when you scoop, but just to scoop just because you think you got the game, no.
Infinite turns means sit here and watch me play Magic. That's right. Scoop means end the game, quit the game, concede. And to be fair with Hillbilly, the time that he scooped to me, having everybody pay 36 mana to attack me with each creature, there was 2 copies of the Sphere card.
Sphere of Safety?
Sphere of Safety. There were 2 copies of Sphere of Safety on the battlefield. Oh no, and there was an Enchanted Evening, which turns everything into enchantments. So all my lands are now enchantments, right? Then there was a privileged position on the battlefield, giving all my stuff hexproof. That was also copied. So everything I controlled had hexproof. I locked down my board state so no one could touch my stuff and they couldn't attack me. That doesn't happen all the time.
Nope.
Does somebody not play a board wipe?
Right?
You know,
Yeah.
I should suggest a card of the day, which would be Gaze of Granite.
That's a good one.
Yeah. If you're playing green and black, it's a green black. Is it a third color? I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. We'll have to make that a card of the day one of the days.
Well, you want to know the interesting thing about my setup I was just explaining. If someone played a 3-mana spell that said destroy all enchantments, I'd completely wipe the board clean. Because everything's an enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, but nobody had any interaction with that, so instant scoop.
Mm-hmm.
It calls for a scoop, but just to quit on just because you think you have the game, no.
Well, and I think what the guy was doing it, I think, not necessarily out of hubris or whatever, but he was scooping because he didn't want to take other people's fun. So it's like, you know, I don't want you guys to fight against me. He felt clearly that he had the game or whatever, but I was telling him, and the other gentleman across from me was telling him that's like, well, you maybe don't have the game as locked up as you thought. To be fair, he did have what's the you might know this, not to stick you on the spot. You might know this though, super fast, and that's the dinosaur that does like 3 different things, triples your mana. What's the
triples your mana?
And it's one of the big ones. He does 3 different things. He does. Does he do damage?
The one like deals 3 damage, gains 3 life, and destroys target artifact or enchantment.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. So like I asked him though, is that creature indestructible? And he's like, no. And like, well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I have a chance playing against it. So anyhow, but my point really was like, at what point do you scoop? Or I think your answer, which was the best, is, you know, have a discussion at the table. Sometimes that can be hard when you're to LGS and you're playing with people that aren't that you don't know that well,
right?
But yeah, discussion is definitely the key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so having a discussion, you know, checking the reality of the situation, you know, asking, like people usually ask, do you have answers? Like the group of people will come together and be like, do you have an answer for anything? Do you have an answer for anything? I don't have an answer for anything, right? And they're like, well, we're stuck in this position. We're just going to be agonizing through it. So let's just concede now, and we can get to a game quicker. Then we can attack Tortoise faster. That's right. KBG, what's up? Howdy, y'all. Oh. Thieves Auction made a 6-person commander game scoop, including myself. Hell yeah. Thieves Auction.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, good question of the day. Good times, good ways. Move to the next segment of the day.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
The moves, the strategies, and the flares. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Shell shock. Yeah, that's right. I headbang to my songs. Right. That's right. Check it out. Look, we're in the topic of the day, which is kind of funny because question day kind of talks about it. Is the best thing about Magic the Gathering in the shell. The best thing about Magic the Gathering is the gathering. Whoop, whoop. Right? The best thing about Magic the Gathering is the friendship and the gathering. We come together and have fun. We play Magic the Gathering with people. We hang out with these people in matches and outside of matches. I'm thankful for the friends we got and the friends that we had and have. We are a communal bunch of people with our own opinions and play styles. We all rock. You all made the world a better place for me and each other. 'Tis the season to share the love that we have for the game and the gathering therein. We all evolve, but may we all evolve together. This is my little sentiment there, my little monologue, right? So the gathering, People don't understand how important it is for the gathering. Like, you can play arena and not gather with people, but it's not as interactive and fun as playing in front of people, right? Like, don't get me wrong, there's some shystery, shady people out there who try to cheat you out of games and tournaments, but when you have a good friends and you're playing a game of Commander and you're scooping all to Debalt, you know, you can at least go out to eat afterwards if you have the monies to go out and eat and talk behind Debalt's back when he's stuck at the shop not eating with you guys because he was left alone because he salted the table so bad, terribly. I'm kidding. Debalt would be welcome to join. He'd add salt to the fries.
Yes, you want salt with that?
But yeah, no. But like even the show is based off the gathering. Like everybody here plays Magic or has played Magic right now, and we all get together when we can, like on Fridays and Saturdays, to play a game of Commander, and we try to, have a blast. We all try to survive Tibalt's evil genius. Or his wife's evil genius of his decks, when he can join and play. That's right. But like, really, it is the gathering that we have that makes the game fun. It's the show wouldn't be in existence if it wasn't for the gathering of people in the who like to join the show as often as they can.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Let's catch up with chat a little bit. Then I'm playing Magic wrong, seeing I have so few friends. Well, that happens the older you get. I'm not trying to be but I'm teaching the other aspect of the game. The Magic. That's right. All right. You can make more. You can make more. It is hard to make friends when you love land destruction. That is very true.
Yeah.
But in one of my decks, I do have an Armageddon provided to me by Sir James Willis, who's out and he hasn't chatted yet, but he's watching. He's watching, I know. Like I don't play Armageddon every time, but when I do,
You only play it against me.
Well, I didn't play Armageddon.
You actually it wasn't Armageddon, was it? It was your Planeswalker.
Yeah, it was a Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Armageddon's not in the deck, even though I thought about swapping it and putting it in that deck because it would have been flavorful. Because like if I can board wipe, then blow up all your lands, and I have Planeswalkers out in the battlefield, I can just grow. And Hillbilly would love me for the deck I built. If he'd love the gameplay, and let's play again and again.
He's shaking his head back and forth so hard it's about to spin off.
Well, it's because he's reading into what I'm saying. He's like, I completely agree. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, just in case for those who didn't know, one time Tibalt evoked me, or whatever the correct word is, to blow up all his lands. And I did.
I did. I figured I'd give you a story out of it. We're still talking about it today, so it must have worked.
Right. Well, it's like the scene in Dark Knight Rises when Batman is riding his bike. Not Dark Knight Rises, the Dark Knight. When Batman's riding his bike towards the Joker, and Joker's like, "Hit me!" That was Tibalt. He's like, "Blow up my lands! I'm like, "Okay, you said it. You told me to. Here you go. Boom."
Like that time I killed my own stuff with my own card. Come on.
Right.
I'm inspiring people to do bad things, I guess.
Yeah.
Bad influence. Well, look. If land destruction was so bad, Wizards wouldn't be printing these cards all the time. Almost every set has a card. No, not every set, but a lot of sets have cards that say "Destroy target land."
Yeah.
But they have gotten trickier because they made more cards recently in the last few years that say "Destroy target non-basic land."
Yeah.
Maybe you got that right. Make me say dag blagged in because I say I will when now somebody blows all my lands up.
Right. Oh, that's right. I beat Andrew with a Joker murder, which I have to share on screen so you can understand the depth of Joker Mortar, right? How ridiculous this was. Because I thought this card was awesome and wanted to try it out. Where did you save? Where did you save now? Where did you save? You didn't save there. Let me.
Now, a lot of these sets that are coming out now don't have land destruction. Nowadays.
Oh, that's why it wasn't popping up in the wrong section. So Jocomortar is a ridiculous creature. I beat him because when you see this card, you can be like, "That's a bad card."
Mm-hmm.
Right. Jocomortar. He costs 4 generic and 3 blue, and now it says playing an all blue deck during Time Spiral. This is from Cold Snap. It's trample when it comes into play tapped. When Jocomortar comes into play, sacrifice it unless you sacrifice 5 lands. Jocomortar doesn't tap during your untap step, and whenever you play a land, you may untap Jocomortar.
Wow.
Somehow, and I've only won with this deck once, and that was against him.
So he's special. That's nice.
Yeah,
It's good when you can treat your friends to something special.
that's right. That's right. It's funny.
So you only got after you play this, you only have 2 lands.
Pretty much.
Wow.
And I did that in a mono blue deck.
Wow.
I gotta say, this kind of just makes me think like it's a whale or something that's having a bit of an anaphylactic shock.
Right.
It's just slowly sort of puffing up.
Looks like a killer whale met a snake.
That is crazy.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Myself, I see this as a card, whereas a good card, I don't, because you're losing your land that you could use to cast another creature unless you got a way to bring those lands back.
Well, look, this is a 12/12 trample. This card's like 50 cents. You can put this in your landfall deck, your landfall deck, morph it into play or manifest it into play, then flip it around.
Yep.
You know, you're playing lands almost every turn, so he's guaranteed to untap most of the time.
True. I mean, this would work in the Manifest Dread deck because you get to ignore that comes into play tapped ability.
It's secret tech. It could work out to your benefit. It could. Now, there's a chance it could fault you, but it's a chance it could be good.
Well, not really, because I got ways of bringing stuff from my hand onto the battlefield manifested.
Right, so I'm catching up chat and people are talking about land destruction like it's crazy, but you know, it's pretty cool. Like, because of people in the game Magic and the communal aspect of Magic, I had that story to share about Jocomortar, which I always forget about. You know, I always forget about Jocomortar. Fun name to say, tough card to play straight from your hand. I casted that thing. Like it was a suspend deck where I dealt with suspending and stuff, and I remember trying to control the board. It was slow, but hey, whatever. But like Bob was talking about earlier, he goes to this thing called a local game store, an LGS. I guess these mythological places exist in wherever he lives, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss those.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I feel spoiled. I've got at least 3 that I've been to in the area, all within maybe 10 minutes of my house. So I feel blessed, if that's the right place to use the word even. But yeah,
you can feel blessed to have them, because we know when you go to the other place, it's not going to be so easy.
Thin pickings. Well, it just means more spell table. That means more games with Superfast and Hillbilly.
Yep.
Oh yeah, more spell table. Really, the reality is, how do I distract myself from real life?
My wife just said we open our own shop, so maybe that'll happen.
That would be awesome if you opened your own shop and called it Tibalt's Apprentice Game Store.
KBG, that would be nice. Make your opponent sacrifice those 5 lands. So you having to sacrifice those 5 lands.
Well, now there's ways around it. There's a creature that says you can't your permanents can't be sacrificed. So
that's right.
Cool.
Well, there's ways around it.
Yep.
Very few ways around it, but they exist. But still, so if Tabal was to open a game store, he he would be lighting the fire to get people to convene to be the best part of Magic, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't just rely on Magic to pay the bills.
No.
No. And there's board games, there's other games out there he can invest in as he grows his small company big. But like if he did that, he would be inviting people to gather and get to know each other. Heck, there could be two neighbors who never said hi to each other, live house to house, who end up walking to your store one day and they get to know each other and they become like best friends because they know this game. Now they're playing the game. Now they're going to each other's house during the week. That's not F&M playing Magic together and Magic gathering together, then going back to the store on Fridays to play F&M and beating each other up and everybody else out with their decks. So like, this is why we love the game, because one of the best times growing up as a young adult playing Magic is when we had the energy and naps were not so prevalent, because I take naps like a madman. We'd be up to like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning playing Magic, perfecting our deck, protecting our skills, perfecting our skills.
Yeah.
I said that
we had a couple of all night, all day things where people were heading home at 6 a.m. the next day after playing a night of Magic and stuff. And this is when we were doing 60 card decks. This was long before Commander even.
Right.
So we would just play these great big giant group therapy sessions where we had 6 or 10 people at the table and everybody just had a 60 card deck. It was just wailing on everybody else.
Oh yeah. Wow, on everybody else. Beat everybody down. You could actually have fun tournaments. You can create tournaments just for fun. Give away prizes just for the fun of it. You're like, oh, I got this old beat up Mox Opal. It wouldn't sell for $15, but it's playable, so we can just give it away. We'll make a small tournament out of it. Or say you do have a Mox Opal in pristine condition, which is like a $115 card. You're like, we can have like a $5 entry fee tournament and just make some money, because you're basically selling the cards through the fees based on the people who come and join the game, join the match, and fight for it. Like that's one thing I miss about being able to frequent a local game store as often as I used to as a kid. Like I got one near me, but the weather's too cold to ride my bike down to it right now. But like, $5 gives you a chance to play Magic and win a sweet card. Some things you do. And plus, when you're playing people, you get to learn their different deck styles, their play styles. You get to ask them questions, kind of personable questions, not digging in too deep, but getting to know somebody enough to be like, hey, this guy might make a cool friend.
Yeah,
you can definitely see people's personalities in their decks.
Right. Which we learned Tibalt's personality. We know the root of all evil stems from there. He's like the base of the root.
Ain't that right?
How does such a nice guy play such bad decks? I don't know.
Well, look, evil comes in different packages. Sometimes looks like a Christmas package.
That's right. You've seen Harmless Offering, right?
Right, the one, the little kitten,
the little kitty there with the viper tail. Yeah,
that's right. Harmless Offering. That's what the bot looks like in a Magic game.
Again, this shouldn't be all about me or whatever, but like last night it was funny because I had no cards on the board.
Right.
I had my Planeswalker. The only thing I had on the table was a Planeswalker. All of my lands were tapped, and somehow I was still the scariest guy. I got attacked first. I don't understand it.
I get that. Like I try to play a game of Spell Table, and somehow Hillbilly pops up. We need to attack Tortoise first.
It's not for what you've done, it's for what you might do.
Right.
It's the same in basketball. You ignore the player for a while, but then as soon as they start getting those shots on you, it's like, doesn't matter now whether you have a chance of getting this basket or not. You're being stopped. Get them.
Right.
Just stop them.
Right.
They're getting nowhere.
Right. Well, it's true. It's true. The better the player you are, the fear you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the way I take it. I take it as a compliment.
Like, I must be too good of a player because Hillbilly's always like, attack towards first. We're going to make us pay 36 mana to attack them.
Yeah, that's one deck I will never forget.
The extra turns deck or the 36 mana?
36 mana.
Yeah.
And the extra turns.
That was a gift from James Willis back in the day. He sent me a Enchanted Evening because I wanted one for the deck, just for that exact reason. And it got pulled off that day. It pulled off that day.
Yeah.
But no, it's still good. But like, even in the community we have now, people love Magic. We like at our ages. Well, can't speak for DePaul because he's still in his 20s. He dies his big day. He tried to fit in.
20s. I don't even remember those anymore at this point.
But at our age, you know, we love the nostalgia we had, and we love the times we had with friends that we used to have. Now, going to the game store anymore is different. The older you get, it does seem the less friends you have. Like, because people end up living their own lives and having to protect themselves and do themselves. Like, take care of themselves. You know, especially the older you get, the more insurance you need on yourself because the hospital becomes more frequent. You know?
Too true.
You know, food's not getting any cheaper. You can't spend your money less wisely on cards all the time. You know?
That's right.
Unless you're DePaul, just a multi-millionaire.
Not anymore. Somebody had an auction and took all my money. Well, as far as that goes, though, I do think that you touched on a true topic there, actually in chat, and just mentioning it and stuff about having a hard time or it being more difficult to make friends. But by that same token, I do feel like at least you could walk into any game store in any town and find somebody to make fast friends with usually. I mean, not guaranteed or whatever, but you have a better shot, I think, there than any place else, being able to sit down and make a friend, whether it be for a day, an evening, or you know, a lifetime, maybe even. So, yeah.
If you're going to this local game store to make friends, it always helps to take a shower, wear deodorant, and use soap.
Yes, those
and
are
don't
important
forget
factors.
to hold your little signpost saying, "I'm looking for friends. Do you want to be my friend?"
That's right. Be friends.
Also, you're forgetting something too, Taurus. Also, brush your teeth if you got any and use mouthwash.
That's right.
I love that if you have them.
Brush them if you have them. You know, like how they used to say, smoke them if you got them. Brush them if you have them. Comb your hair if you got it. All right. But anyways, my friends. All right. We're going to get to...
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise. Building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon. No one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house. We own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Yo, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're at the end of the glow where we're going to start shilling the flow because we're going to go because I can't rhyme with go anymore. I just ran out of ideas. I'm trying to be hip, but I'm probably more likely to break it. All right. But anyways, you know, good episode, good topic, good times, good chatting. We're gonna go to the shill section and we're gonna start shilling people off. Like, we're gonna start with Hellwheeler.
Yo, how you doing out there? Tonight I have part 2 of my Mass Effect trilogy playthrough. I've never played this game before, except obviously last week when I played it for the very first time. So yeah, we will be continuing on from that. We're playing the first game at the moment. And tomorrow on Question Chaos, we are interviewing Bendy, who is one of the artists and has 4 cards so far released with his artwork on.
Cool.
Nice.
So we're going to be putting him in the hot seat and grilling him.
Grill.
Oh,
Grill.
if he's in the hot seat, I hope he don't burn his butt being in the hot seat.
My biscuits are burning.
It's fun. We have a cold seat right next to it, so when you get too hot in the hot seat, you can quickly jump seats, cool yourself down, and then return to the hot seat.
It's always like the backside of the pillow. Was cool as a key. All right. Now we're going to jump on over to Balt's Apprentice.
Well, thank you again for having me. I always appreciate the time I get to spend with you guys here. What do I have to shill? I don't know. Just check out, you can check me out on Instagram. It's the best way to keep up with daily content. And then go to Dark Ritual, which is my store on TCG Player. If there are any cards that you want, check out the cards that I haven't gotten around to put the price up on. So since I don't have I'm not big enough to have an automated store, there's always cards that are always up for like 50 cents or $1 less than what they should be. There's some that are way over too, because I haven't lowered the prices either. So I got to get better at that. But anyhow, check that out.
But your link to the store is also in the description of this video. If you go there right now, you can save yourself time from having to type.
Yes.
That's right. All right, everybody. It's time for the drum roll. It is Hillbilly's turn.
Hey. All right. Now, I'm going to talk about subs a little bit. I got 719 subs. That's awesome. Tybalt, Tortoise, I'm still in that race. Let's get it going. In other words, what I'm saying is, if you like us creators, then subscribe to Tortoise, me, or Tybalt, and also including Jesse Hellwheeler too. And also comment on the videos if they're live videos after they're published onto the YouTube channel. Come on back and leave a comment. That goes for everybody's content here, and because we do appreciate it. And at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I will be trying to climb that mythic ladder. Right now, I'm in Diamond and trying to get to mythic. I may make it, may not. Well, I am going to give it my best. That's all I got for today. Yep, I'm in Diamond.
Oh, awesome. Diamond is the highest I've ever gotten, so congratulations.
Thank you. Yep. Because Diamond's right before mythic. And right now, I'm in the lowest tier of Diamond.
That is awesome. I am super proud of you, dude.
That's right. That's cool. That's cute.
That's all I got planned for today. Just getting on there, trying to climb that mythic ladder. Trying to make it to me.
All right. Super Fast Tortoise here at 675 subs. Boop, boop, boop. The highest I've ever been. We're hoping to get to 1,000. The highest I'll ever want to achieve at the moment. Let's get there to 1,000. We only need, 328 of you. Just come on, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, become a part of the creed. Let's reach our goals together. But tonight, I'm going to play some video games. I believe I'm going to play some more Transformers tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun, and I hope you come and join the show and join the flow as we go, because I try to have fun, and I want to play some Transformers. And with that, I want to thank you, everybody, for joining the show, being part of the show, being amazing. I want to thank you, Hillbilly, Tybalt, and Hellwheeler, for being awesome, and everybody in chat who's chatted and talked with us, had a good time with us, being amazing with us. Everybody who's made the show lively and interactive. You guys rock. You guys rule. And I want to thank you for making my life amazing here on this show. Because, without you, we wouldn't be really doing much. You make the show what it is. And with that, I want to remind you all that you are loved. You are awesome, right? Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, make someone's day a little extra brighter. I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd